Hey, good afternoon, Facebook. Reporter Tyler Fingert here with Fox 10 News. We are in West Mobile at a scene of a shooting. Let me step out of the way. This is the Park West apartment complex. We are in the back portion of it. Mobile police officers and detectives are on scene this afternoon investigating a shooting where at least 2 people were reportedly shot. We just spoke to a witness a couple of minutes ago who told me that he heard 4 to 5 shots. He was in the middle of making lunch when this happened. His dog first alerted about this, came running to the window, and they stayed inside, called police. But when police got here and the fire and paramedics got here, at least 2 people taken to the hospital. You see crime scene detectives are taking pictures here of different things on the ground. Not sure what the picture is here, but detectives are scattered throughout this apartment complex right now as they are trying to piece together exactly what happened. We have reached out to the Mobile Police Department public information officers for some information about this scene unfolding here. Again, this is the Park West apartment complex. We are on Hillcrest Road right near Greenlot. Towards the back of it, and police have been centering a lot of the investigative efforts on that white sedan. That's where they were taking pictures of just a couple of minutes ago and centering a lot of that investigation on that portion of it. But just be off the camera view, which for where we have our camera situated, you have not be able to see it, but they are going into the apartment complex as well to take some pictures. And that's where detectives are right now as they try to figure out what exactly happened out here this afternoon. We first alerted you to this over an hour ago, before 2 o'clock. I think we got on scene about 1:30 was when our first crew got here, and that was after the reports of the shots fired. 2 people ended up being hit. Their conditions unknown at this point. But again, we have reached out to the Mobile Police Department for information. And again, what we heard from the witness who lives right near where all of this happened, he said that he heard 4 to 5 gunshots, and they immediately just stayed inside because not knowing what was happening. They called 911. Police got here. Their dog barking, alerting about the situation that was unfolding just feet from where they were. And again, this just now an investigation out here. No word on any suspects at this point, but you can see the crime scene tape up for a portion of this apartment complex in the back corner. It actually is happening. It looks like it happened right near a playground too. The playground right here, the colorful playground in the back of the apartment complex. So I'm not really sure what sparked this shooting this afternoon, but again, Mobile police detectives are going to be figuring that out. They're also going to be searching for a possible shooter because no word if anyone's in custody at this point. But again, this is still very early on in this investigation, and we do hope to be able to get an update for you just as soon as it is available from Mobile police officers. And again, this is happening at the Park West apartment complex. This is on Hillcrest Road right near Greenlot. And now investigators have been on scene for about an hour or so at this point as they've been trying to figure this out. Again, we were told, and according to what a witness said, 2 males were shot, and they were taken to the local hospital. Again, we're not sure their conditions at this point or if someone else was the shooter. Still a lot more questions and answers at this point, but we do hope to be able to get that information just as soon as it is available from MPD officers and detectives here on scene. But again, you're taking a live look right now at what the investigative efforts here. That is the white sedan that they have been centering a lot of the investigative efforts on. It looks like the back window rolled down. Unclear where this shooting happened, whether it was inside or outside. But what a witness told us is they heard arguing before, during, and after the shots. So definitely some sort of altercation, verbal altercation going on out here at this apartment complex before those shots were fired. Again, the witness telling us 4 to 5 gunshots. We have reached out to Mobile Police for some information and an update on what is on what is going on out here, but we do hope to be able to get that information for you just as soon as they're able to provide it to us. Again, for those of you just joining us here on Facebook, we're approaching the 3 o'clock, top of the 3 o'clock hour. I just want to recap what we do know at this point. According to a witness who lives right near where the shooting happened, just steps actually from where those shots were fired, he said he heard 4 to 5 gunshots while he was making lunch. His dog immediately running towards the window started barking, started alerting about something happening here at this apartment complex. This is the Park West apartment community. This is on Hillcrest Road, right near Grelot, actually just right next door to Medal of Honor Park. The woods you're looking at just beyond that car, that wooded area where those police officers have parked, that is all part of Medal of Honor Park. So this is very close to that area as well. Now MPD officers and detectives are on scene. They have the area cordoned off here as detectives and crime scene investigators take pictures and gather evidence. And you'll see some more, it looks like they are breaking down some of these, the crime scene tape here. Yeah, hope you are too. Investigators, again, on scene this afternoon after the reported shooting that happened at the Park West apartment community in West Mobile. Oh, and it looks like a tow truck, MPD tow truck is now arriving here, so it looks like in just a couple of minutes, it looks like they'll be towing away that vehicle that they have been centering this investigation on. And we did just see just a couple of moments ago some MPD detectives walking around the apartment buildings. It looked like they were looking to see if any stray bullets hit here so that they can gather that evidence as well. It doesn't look like they did find anything, but they are continuing to walk around and gather that as well. But again, an MPD tow truck now arriving on scene, so it looks like they're going to begin that process to tow away that white sedan that they have been centering this whole investigation on all afternoon long. Again, about an hour ago is when this happened, and now detectives are getting ready, it looks like, in the next probably half hour or so, to be able to wrap up the scene here and continue that investigation away from where the initial shooting happened. Again, 2 people rushed to the hospital. Their conditions unclear at this point, unclear what sparked this shooting at this point, but a neighbor did say that they heard arguing before, during, and after those shots that were fired out here this afternoon here in West Mobile. Again, this is the Park West apartment community, which is on Hillcrest Road, right near Grelot. And looks like in just a couple of minutes, I can hear a tow truck backing up. They're going to be out here at some point to begin that process to tow a vehicle away from here and get that taken to the impound lot for the investigation to continue there. And now as that pickup truck comes into view here, as it's backing up to try to get a better area to be able to get that vehicle towed away. And again, detectives now going door to door, talking to people who may have heard what happened out here. Again, around about what time the shooting happened, about 1:30 or so. They are interviewing the person we actually talked to a little earlier, just asking if they had any information they could pass along. But again, this crime scene looks like getting ready in the next couple of minutes to the next half hour or so, getting to wrap up, clean everything up, remove the vehicle, and get everything squared away here. It looks like it's hard to see where our camera is located right now, but there is a crime scene detective using a brush. It looks like trying to see if they can get fingerprints off the hood of that white sedan that's been the center of this investigation. It looks like they're trying to get some fingerprints there, so that again, that just continues to show that that is a huge portion of this investigation, is that white sedan that is parked here at the back of this apartment complex in West Mobile. And now you see her again doing it on the side of the door there as well. She was doing on the hood just a couple of minutes ago. Now she is continuing that on the window, on the door, right by the handle, trying to get see if anything pops up, any fingerprints that would be of use in this investigation. And it looks like she may be going around the whole vehicle here to be able to get what they need, or possibly see if they can find any stray fingerprints that may be able to help in this investigation. Again, we are still awaiting information from the Mobile Police Department. They have not been able to give us an update on this. All we have been able to gather is from a person who lives right near where this shooting happened, just feet from where this shooting happened, and they are now interviewing that witness right now to aid in their investigation as well. But again, 2 people shot here at the Park West apartment complex, reportedly shot here at the apartment complex, taken to a local hospital. A witness said an ambulance took both of them to the hospital. Their condition unclear at this point. They were rushed there after shooting 4 to 5 gunshots. And now this afternoon, they are continuing their investigation into this shooting out here. They were taking pictures of that white car a little earlier, that white sedan. Now they are dusting it for fingerprints, going now the back driver's side passenger door. So they are going over huge portions of it. I'm going to see if I can step behind the camera here, if we could zoom in any further. Is that possible? Yeah, they're just dusting every portion of this, looking for fingerprints. Unclear if they found any at this point, but these crime scene detectives are professional men and women of the Mobile Police Department, so they're just trying to do their due diligence and look for every possible thing that they may need to aid in this investigation. And yeah, you could see some black marks showing up there as they're dusting it with fingerprints, and it shows up pretty easily on a white car with that black powder that they use to be able to see if anything pops up, though. It's unclear, though, if any fingerprints have been found. It's just from where we have to be out of their way. And behind the crime scene tape, it can be hard to be able to see what they're finding and what they have gathered so far. Again, the shooting here at the Park West apartment complex, this is off Hillcrest Road right near Greenlawn, happening around lunchtime is what a witness told us, and now investigators are piecing this together. The witness told us that they heard 4 to 5 gunshots, their dog immediately alerting to those and immediately started barking. Unclear, though, what exactly sparked this shooting. This happening, though, middle of the day, broad daylight, and now investigators are trying to figure this out. It's unclear if anyone is in custody at this point. That is a huge question. If one of the 2 people who were shot maybe was the shooter, that is unclear at this point. We are awaiting that information from MPD because this investigation just beginning, though, out here at the Park West apartment community. The tow truck arrived here. It looks like they're waiting for that crime scene detective to finish going through that whole car, dusting it for fingerprints. They're now in the back hood you're looking at right now. She started on the front hood, went to the driver's side door, and now doing that back trunk area, dusting all portions of that for any fingerprints that may be able to aid in this investigation. So this looks like it may take a little bit longer than initially thought when that tow truck arrived. So assuming once they finish with the dusting for fingerprints, they will load that onto the tow truck and clear the scene out here. But detectives are continuing to go door to door, interviewing witnesses who may have been here, may have heard something. They're talking to neighbors right now, trying to get any information and details to be able to help in this investigation. Again, it's unclear if any shooter is in custody, but we do know at least 2 people taken to the hospital. Their conditions unclear at this point. We're going to continue stay on the scene, but we're going to end this Facebook Live. As soon as we get more information, we'll send it to you with a push alert on our Fox 10 News app. It'll be on our website, fox10tv.com. And of course, we will keep you up to date on air on Fox 10 News. Our first newscast of the day will be at 9 p.m. Our first evening newscast of the day will be at 9 p.m. There is a football game, so we'll keep you up to date. We'll give you the latest information on Fox 10 News at 9 and 10. But again, throughout the day, we keep you up to date on fox10tv.com. For now, live in West Mobile, Tyler Fingert, Fox 10 News.